Glad to have you with us from Aggie Memorial Stadium in Las Cruces, New Mexico, home to the Aggies of New Mexico State. As we'll see, the winners of 7 straight, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the New Mexico State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. New Mexico State will kick it off and will be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Blue Raiders offense will be first on the attack. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
He'll keep it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Anderson will throw. Makes the catch. It's Jones. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wide receiver going in motion. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted in the first drive, ends with a pick.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Makes the grab. It's Jones. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's talk a little about Middle Tennessee. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back, a guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And that's a first down for the offense. Anderson wants to throw. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
A first down run in the red zone. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Louisiana Tech. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now, coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Anderson will throw. Going downfield for the big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Makes the catch. It's Walker. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll start this drive with a pass. The short hands, it's Dickey. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires on the run. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line as they come out of their own territory with a vengeance. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the move from inside his 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Aggie Memorial Stadium.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
At the 41-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
He'll pull it on the read. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Now on second down.
Second down coming up.
Anderson wants to throw. With the catch, it's Jones. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
We've reached the end of the period. Middle Tennessee is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The give and tick, 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 tick. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grab behind the line. It's Price. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running behind that left side. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Patterson. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The quarterback takes a knee. Both of these offense sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer if they made one of those back then, and ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute here today, Dave.
It's frustrating because you want to make those plays, especially offensively, but you got to find a rhythm. You got to find something you do well and kind of stick to it. That offense couldn't find anything they did really well, and that's why they couldn't put points on the board.
That's going to do it from here. For David